Hey everyone, and welcome to your January 2023 readings. I hope that this year is off to a really great start for you. We're going to get right into it, so I'm just going to say a couple things really quickly. If this message resonates with you, please consider giving it a like. This is a new channel I'm going to be spending a lot more time building, and kind of helps it out, so that would be appreciated. Also, if you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing as well, because I'm going to be putting out a lot more content. There's going to be full moon readings, new moon readings, plus the monthly readings and some astrology stuff on the horizon for 2023. Also, if you're not following me over on Instagram, consider following me over there, just because I hop on and do something monthly that I'm bringing back called Cards and Cocktails, which is just really fun to do. I also do random readings. I just pop on and decide that I want to do that. So if you want kind of like free quickie readings, that's a good place to find me. Last thing I'll say is if you want to book a personal reading with me, all of that information is down below. So I'll see you in the reading. Bye. Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to your 2023 January reading. Let's take a look at what's going on for you. We're going to take a look at the progression of the month. So we'll look at beginning, middle, and end of the month for you, just so we get an idea of the flow. Then we'll take a look at challenges that are coming up. I'm feeling that for the beginning, middle. Oh, I'm feeling that for the end. There's an extra card. Boom. That's how we're going. Let's take a look at what's happening here. Woo, I'm loving what I'm seeing. Super interesting for the end of the month. Okay. All right, let's take a look here. Sagittarius, and I'm just gonna fix my camera here for 1 second. There we go. Straighten that out. That's just a me thing. That would have bothered me, probably nobody else. So starting out the end of the month with a lot of potential, Sag. Look at this. You have some great potential. Here's the thing that I really want to emphasize about the Magician card is that you have all of the elements needed. It means that you may not have everything that you want to create the things that you want to create. You may not have the ideal situations in the way that you want them to be so that you can create what you want to create and materialize what you want to materialize. But you have all of the elements that are needed. You have everything that you need to powerfully create exactly what you want to create for yourself for this year, for 2023. So that's what you've got. You're starting off with a really powerful card. And this is really about your belief in yourself and your ability to organize the elements that you have available to you, to constitute them, to make manifest what you want by organizing and utilizing what you have available to you, because it is ripe. You have such abundance around you, and you need to open your fucking eyes up and see it. Sorry about that, but like you do. So that's what we've got at the beginning of the month. I love that we have the card that is normally the first card and the second card, right? We have them in the reverse, but we have you feeling like, okay, the beginning of the month, you are realizing that you have all of this available to you, right? And then we get to the middle of the month and you're finally like, okay, cool. I'm ready to start my new hero's journey. I am prepared now. I feel like I've organized my elements. I've assembled them on the table. And now I'm ready to go forward and to go on this journey. And you know, as the Fool, with so much optimism, there also comes the knowledge that there are perilous moments along the path, but you are on a hero's journey. You are starting a new adventure. There is a rebirth, a renewal, a new iteration of yourself or your projects or your life in some way, right? Whether this is relationship oriented or career oriented, financial, whatever it is, but there is, or maybe even identity. This might be just about your identity and who you are. By the way, for all of you sidereal astrology people, happy birthday, sidereal Sag, if you're a sidereal Sag. So yes, so this is like a rebirth and a renewal. This is you get to be the hero of your own journey And with that comes quite a lot. And I think this is beautiful. I think it's ripe with possibility. With that said, I think that you get a real reality hit as you come to the end of the month. And in the end of the month in January, I think that you go into the space where you're more in a retreat mode, more internal, asking yourself the big picture questions, like really getting serious about your path, yourself, your life, your personal growth, and who is it that you want to become? What is important to you in your life? These are the big picture questions, right? What do I want? What is important to me? Who am I becoming now? Not who did I want to be a year ago or 3 years ago or 10 years ago, right? Who am I now, and what do I want to create now, and who do I want to be now, and what do I want my life to feel like now, and what direction do I want to go in now? How do I want to be and feel, and what do I want? How do my desires have they changed, right? In any direction, whatever it might be about. And so this is going internal, and to not, like, the other thing about the Hermit is that this is not a time where you're asking other sagacious people for their counsel to guide you on what it is that you need to be doing. This is not that time. There is a time and a place. But when you're at the end of the month in January, this is actually a time where you're going inward and you're looking to your own self as the quote unquote guru, as your own sagacious leader, as your own source of truth and counsel. Your intuition, your internal knowing, your internal teacher, right? Remember that the Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, right? You are the learned student, and you are also the philosopher, and you are also the teacher, right? And so you go inside within yourself. You have the ability to ask yourself the big picture questions and to know the answers and to guide yourself with this guiding light. This internal guiding light is your own internal guiding light, right? So this is what you have at the end of the month. And also with that came the Two of Pentacles, right? Two of Pentacles has actually been showing up for a bunch of different people during this particular month for the readings. But we have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles being that, you know, there are opportunities that you are balancing. There are many different things that you're wanting to materialize, that, like, all of these spinning plates, as it were, right? That you are trying to materialize and figure out, like, which ones do you pay attention to? How do you balance all these things? How do you take care of yourself spiritually and physically and longevity wise and mentally, and with your finances and your projects and your passions and your friendships and your romance life and your family and your responsibilities and your desire to have no responsibilities and to be free, to travel, to roam, to be expressive. Like, how do you balance all of these different things in your day-to-day life? How do you do it? And the thing that I think we can come back to in terms of balance is that with life and the waves that happen, right? The waves that occur in life as they occur, to keep balance, we have to be able to be present. Think about somebody on a high wire, right? In order for them to do what they do, they have to be extremely present. They have to be incredibly aware. And so this is about you being incredibly aware and present. This is not about running away. This is not about you going into excess, which Jupiter can be about excess, right? So this is not about going into excess. This is not about going into escape. This is about you actually utilizing your capacity for greatness in the moment. Be present, be aware, and know that you can seek the answers within yourself to get to the next level, to get to where you want to go, because you're starting this journey. You have everything you need. You have everything you need. It's like you got it in your pack, and now, right? You have everything you need. You got it in your pack. You're on your way. You're on the journey. And now you're asking yourself the big picture questions. Like, you get on the journey and you're like, oh my gosh, wait a second, where am I going? What am I doing? What do I want? Which direction do I go in? How do you know which direction to go in? The only way you know which direction to go in is by knowing yourself, by knowing what you want, right? How can you orient your compass if you don't know what you want? If you don't know what you want, you just spill like water on a table. You go everywhere. It doesn't matter where you go, right? So you need to understand these big picture questions on your path, right? So I feel like this is like super potent already, but let's just get like, because I've been doing it for everyone else, honestly, I would stop the reading there, but I want to have an idea of what is happening like as other challenges. Forgive the glare, you guys, like I have to deal with some lighting issues today. Okay. Looks like there's 3 cards for you. So you've got 3 challenges that are coming up. Whew, those are interesting. Ooh, you guys are not gonna like what I have to say about this. All right, I'm gonna take one spiritual advice card from here. Let's move this up here. Sorry about that, you guys. Just want to get those in frame. I don't read reversals. Hey you guys, sorry, my camera ran out and I had just shuffled and picked another card, so all right, well, we lost that footage, but here we are. So let's get into the rest of this. All right, so we're gonna put these off to the side. We'll look at that in a moment. I just think that's amazing that we have aces and aces upon aces. So really potent reading that I'm feeling here, you guys. So sorry, my stones are all up here. I'm just gonna move the camera a little bit so you guys don't have to see that. So we have the Temperance, the High Priestess, 2 major arcana cards. I think that's really potent and powerful. And then we have the 7 of Swords. Really interesting because I'm going to say something that I don't think that you guys actually want to hear, which is I think you're lying to yourself. I think that there is something that you're not being like, you guys need to get down to the bare brass truth of what it is that you need to look at in your life that works and doesn't work for you. There's something that is in contrast to this whole story that is coming up internally that you need to be really fucking honest with yourself about. Now, part of the reason that I say this, I'm going to work myself backwards here, is we have the High Priestess, right? Well, let me show you the 7 of Swords because I know that I've been doing this for all the readings, but I want you to be able to see the 7 of Swords, right? There's like sometimes the trickery, the lies, the deception, the you know, that kind of energy can be coming not from other people, but it can be coming from within ourselves. And I feel like this is not other people. Maybe it is for a couple of you, but I feel like this is not other people. This is like basically hiding from ourselves, like hiding from the things that we need to know, the things that we need to face, the things that are in the shadows, the things that derail us, the deceptive things, the ways that we deceive ourselves. And we, you know, I mean, here's the thing, you know, Sagittarius can be really optimistic and really just like live life, go forth, do. Sorry guys, it keeps getting interrupted. I'm so sorry about that, but yeah, anyway, Sagittarius tends to be like super optimistic and like very like go forth, live life, do all the things. And yeah, it's difficult sometimes to take some time to go into the shadow and to look at what's there for us to look at in terms of like what we're being truthful with ourselves and honest with ourselves about. That said, I think that brings us perfectly into the High Priestess. And the High Priestess, what we're talking about here is, you know, going inward to look at our personal truth, but also to be in the space of feeling into our intuition, trusting our instincts, trusting ourselves, trusting what we know on another level, right? One of the other things that I really value about the High Priestess is that she sits between duality, right? She's not on one side or the other. She's right in the middle. So she doesn't swing from one side of the pendulum to the other. She sits right in the center. And I think that this really points to a difficulty in really being with our center. I think that this can, you know, in a challenge position, remember all of these 3 cards are in a challenge position, right? They're blockages that we're feeling throughout this month. And so I think that one of the things when we see the High Priestess in a challenge position is not trusting our intuition. It's not trusting, it's overly rationalizing. It's being reasonable beyond reason. It's like looking at the reasonable reasons and the logic and allowing the reason of the mind to override the intuition that we feel in our body, in our energy, in our senses. And also not allowing ourselves to sway from one side of the pendulum completely to the other. So this is like not about choosing sides or being on one end or the other, but really being able to find a place of center and listening to our intuition, and feeling like we've maybe lost sight of that because we're masking the deeper truths and shadows that we need to be looking at, and we're holding these secrets and not allowing, those things are blocking us from being able to actually feel into the truth of the matter and to feel past the reasonable reasons and the logical the ways that we are looking at things. And I think that that's what the High Priestess points to. The Temperance, I think, is actually a really interesting and also, I'm sorry I didn't bring this up so that you guys can actually see this. I think that the High Priestess card in this particular deck is incredible, and you can see the detail of like how she's masked, how in this moment I think that that's actually apropos. I'm trying to kick this cold for a couple weeks. So here we have the Temperance card in the challenge position, right? This is not in this beautiful position that we would normally see the Temperance card in. So the Temperance card is like, I feel like there is this feeling of like there are these seemingly disparate parts of our lives that we are sitting here wondering, how do I bring these together? How do I blend these together in a harmonious way? You know, how am I supposed to combine these different elements of my life and to bring them together in some kind of harmonious way? And trying to figure that out, trying to feel that out, trying to experiment with that, and trying to also stay true to ourselves with that. Now, one of the things that I really like about this particular card is that you can see the lotuses that are here in the foreground, right? So I think that's, you know, definitely pointing to like there's some mud, some mire to go through in order to grow into a place where we can actually see the truth of things, to where we can feel the truth of things, to where we come into the light and we see how things can beautifully, harmoniously come together. And in the meantime, you know, when this is in a challenge position, we are sitting here looking at like, well, how am I supposed to bring these elements together? I don't know how I'm supposed to bring these different parts of myself together, or these different parts of my life together, or I have so many things that I am trying to balance and bring together in my day-to-day life, different projects, different parts of myself, my personal growth, my longevity practices, my spiritual growth, my relationship or dating life, my career path, my finances, my family, my parents, my friendships, my social life, my sense of freedom, my whatever. How do I bring all these things together? And there's like this challenge with this. And so these are the challenges that you're coming up against in the month of January, which I think are really, really potent and very, very deep kinds of experiences for you guys. And by the way, happy birthday to all of you Sagittarian sidereal people who are out there. I know that it's past that time for tropical, but for sidereal people, it's still there. So happy birthday. This is a really deep month for you, you know, like there's a lot of beauty and possibility, but look at this deep thought. This is like coming into the end of the month, and look at this balancing of the different parts of yourself, different parts of your life that you're trying to figure out how to bring together and trying to weigh them out, trying to balance them out, coming together with this exact card, the Temperance card. Very similar, right? Like you can see here that there are the two that are being mixed, the two that are being balanced, right? So there's just like a lot of depth here, and needing to go inward and needing to face the things that are shadowy, that you need to face, the things that you need to be really honest with yourself. You don't need to tell anyone else, but you do need to be honest with yourself about this shit. And you need to go into your intuition and look at the High Priestess in a challenge position can be about secrets, and it's not necessarily secrets that are being kept from you, but secrets that you're keeping from yourself, things that you're not looking at and that are keeping you from your intuitive process and from your knowing, from your deep and internal knowing, your guidance system, what guides you through life. Now, what we have coming through is really beautiful. Thank all of the gods, deities, whatever higher energy that you believe in for these, because you have two aces. I mean, probably in most card systems outside of tarot, that's probably really good, is to have two aces. So you have the Ace of Pentacles, which is an earth suit, and you have the Ace of Wands, which is a fire suit. I really love this because I feel like there's a balance in motivation and action and creativity. You have desire, the fire, the spark for life, the creativity that's coming through. And you also have opportunity that is showing up. You have new foundation, new growth. And all of these are coming as assists through your experience, like through your experiences that you're going through this month. You're getting like assists from your spirit guides, from your whoever it is that you believe in, but from the ethereal plane, right? So be aware, be present, be on the lookout for what lights up your passion, what lights you up, what fires you up, what makes you feel alive. Pay attention to where your attention is drawn and what you want to go towards. And also pay attention to what is materializing, right? Manifesting. What is materializing, what is manifesting in your life, what is showing up, what are the opportunities. Notice that it's happening inside this beautiful garden, right? Look at how beautiful and vibrant that is. That is about appreciating what you have already. What you have already, right? You have all of these elements present. You have what you need to create and to make these things happen. And so here we have this reflection that's showing you like you have assistance that's coming through from whatever it is that you believe in to help you create what it is that you want to be creating in your life. Right? So be appreciative of the things that there are to be appreciative of. Be appreciating of like how far you've come and what you've come to like how you've come to be here. And also notice what lights you up. Notice the opportunities, the messengers that come through in your life. You're getting a lot of assistance that's coming through. And I feel like I just want to pull one more really quick card, and then that's going to be it. This is like the Sagittarians, I feel like, are getting a longer reading this month because my video started and stopped so many times that I don't even know where I'm at in terms of time. Oh my God. Okay, that's it. That's the mic drop moment right there. That's the mic drop moment right there. We have the Magician. 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 Again, it's being emphasized that you have everything that you need. You are powerful enough to create what you want to and need to create, and you have all the elements that you need. You may not have the best camera if you're starting a YouTube channel, right? You may not have the best car to get around or to travel around in. You may not have whatever it is that is the best of the best, but you have what you need. You have all the elements that are present sorry, to create exactly what you want to be creating. You have everything you need to create what you want. It doesn't have to be like the most highest, best of the best. Maybe you have some of that, but it's just that you have everything you need to create what you want. You have all the opportunity in the world, more than you know. I mean, there are people in other countries, and I don't like to play this card very often, so, you know, I'd punch me in the face for saying this actually, but not really, but not literally, but the feeling, you know, but it's like, I don't say it very often, but there are people who are wishing every day that they have the opportunities that you have available to yourself today. It really just takes examining, looking around, opening your eyes, and recognizing that you have the opportunities available that you have to you. So that's what I've got for you, Sagittarius. Whoa. Sorry for the interruptions in the video, and I so appreciate you sticking with me through that. Although for you, it probably will seem like boop, 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 like with the editing. So if this resonated with you, please give the video a like. It helps me to build the channel. I'm planning to put a lot more content out, so consider subscribing if you're not already, because I'm looking to get to a place where I can start live streaming and doing hopefully like weekly videos here on YouTube, but until I get to a certain amount of subscribers, I can't do that. So, you know, consider it, no pressure. So other than that, yeah, if you want a personalized reading and you want to know exactly what's what for you, I get really into specifics when I do readings for people. So you're welcome to book with me. The information for that is down below. And if you're not already following me on Instagram, follow me there. I'm bringing back Cards and Cocktails, which is a monthly fun thing that I do. And also I just kind of hop on sometimes from time to time whenever I feel like it, to do free mini readings. So that's just nice for me to just pop up on your feed if you're not already following me there. So that's it. That's what I got for you. Have an amazing January. I hope that this is helpful for you, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.